talking about when he thinks that he's going to win these first 4 weights. And Iowa State wants to interrupt that somewhere.
Well, right here is where Iowa State would like to interrupt, and this is one of 5 rematches in this match between Iowa State and Iowa from the last dual meet. And last time it turned out Tom Brand's favor. What was the score in that one, Doug?
Well, the last time these two teams met, the score was 8-2. Tom Brands beat Gary McCall. He had a takedown in the first period of that match, and then he had a takedown in each period, in fact, and an escape for each man, and then 1 penalty McCall picked up for Brands' roughness. It ended up 8-2. McCall and Brands. Well, I'm sure Tom gets a little bit fired up from what happened with his brother out there.
Yeah, I would think that he wouldn't want to do anything less than what his brother did. And Gary McCall's in front of, he's close to home with Cedar Rapids, and he wants to do well in front of his hometown people here so close. An All-American, a real fine wrestler. Good young man, Gary McCall.
The Brands, the freshman from Sheldon. We saw an amazing exhibition from Tom Brands last weekend. He had 20 takedowns against the 2 top-ranked, at that time, top-ranked teams in the country.
And both of these young men, former high school state champions from our state, Iowa. Gary out of Cedar Rapids, Washington, and of course, Tom out of Sheldon.
All right, we've used about 1.5 minutes here in the first period, which is 3 minutes long.
Nobody's really been able to penetrate deep into the territory of the opponent.
McCall managing to block off. He couldn't block that one, though. Here's a nice counter by McCall, and we have a gut check here in this first situation.
Penetration by Brands, counter by McCall.
Goes to the double and scores. Takedown for Brands. That's three takedowns for the Hawks.
Right here, he had penetration, and after the penetration, McCall was able to counter, but then Tom Brands came up with the leg and drove him down for 2 points and out of bounds.
Brands controls with the ankle to keep McCall from making a first move, and then goes up to the tight waist.
McCall does a nice job of controlling the hands right here. He's almost out.
And he does.
And that all came from getting the hips clear and controlling the hands. Nice job by Gary McCall.
But you can't beat either one of these Brands unless you can take him down, and nobody's taken him down lately. So Gary McCall is going to have to come up with some offense here. 2-1 Brands over McCall. The team score 6-0 because Terry Brands caught Sean Watt right off a referee's position whistle and put him on his back with 4 minutes and 10 seconds gone at 118 pounds. Iowa and Iowa State on Iowa Public Television.
Set it up, let's go. Set it up.
Well, McCall's out there thinking stability, thinking position, but he's having to be defensive.
Well, right there, Tom Brands dropped his level real nice, cleared, created an opening and was in on McCall, but they were too close to the edge of the mat and they were able to get out of bounds before any points were scored.
Now Tom Brands is acting, and Gary McCall is reacting here.
That's the way it's going right now, yeah.
And there's a warning against McCall. So it's 2-1 at the end of the first period. That warning came at the end. Next time something like that happens, it would be a point awarded to the opponent. McCall starts on top, Brands underneath. McCall, who's essentially a good rider, goes into the spiral.
Right here, he's trying to control the wrist and load him up on his hips and get the turn for 2. And the key, of course, is controlling the wrist. But right now, Tommy Brands is able to catch Gary McCall in too high of a position and come out facing him for 1.
About 6 seconds of ride. That's all that was after that was taken away from what Brands had put in on top. Second period, 30 seconds gone. Brands in the black, the Iowa Hawkeye black. Double leg shot right through the middle. He stepped right in. Couldn't get the takedown, though.
What he's doing there, again, is creating an opening by motion and keeping pressure on the head as McCall stands up. Brands shoots in. See how he likes to cuff that head and control the head.
And we have a minute to go. So then when he goes for something like a heel pick, it's a good essential weapon. And there's the first point on a penalty for McCall backing away. Makes it 4-1. And here's a takedown by Brands at the end of the mat, edge of the mat. McCall put his knee down just before he went out of bounds.
Again, Tom Brands using the stuff, a little short arm drag, clearing behind the arm, coming around, controlling him, trying to control him. Right there where the knee is, inbounds, 2 points.
It's exactly the same move that his brother Terry used twice on Sean Watt. And Brands, with about 39 seconds to go and now counting in the second period and leading 6-1, drops down on the ankle to block the first move and then goes up high. Tight waist for Brands. The Hawks have controlled the Cyclones in these first two weights. And things can build when you're in Carver Hawkeye Arena. You just feel the momentum begin to rise. We're almost through, and now we are through the second period. 6-1 in favor of Brands. He has 38 seconds of riding time. And this time McCall will start down. It's his choice. Iowa leads 6-0 after a pin in 4 minutes and 10 seconds in 1:18 by Terry Brands over the Cyclone's Sean Watt. Brands let him go. Makes it 6-2. He's looking for a major decision if he can get up there. Low single from way out.
He's still got control of the ankle. It's a good counter try by Gary McCall. We're into a scramble right here. He's got control of both ankles for the 2 points.
8-2. That started with a very long, low single leg, and he just worked at it from there.
I think we'll see Brands let McCall go again in this try for a major decision.
Which means if he beats him by 8 points or more, and it's they're going to let him try to get to a little closer to riding time, maybe pick it up a bit at a time.
Yeah, and he has enough time to get it. All he has to do is take him down before there's 12 seconds left in the match, if that was to be the case. But Gary McCall, in other words, has a mission right now to prevent that major decision by taking Brands down right now.
McCall was an All-American last year. This year he's 16-7, ranked 11th. It's 8-3 here in favor of Tom Brands. The last rankings had him ranked 5th.
And right there, Doug, there's Pearlie McCall, the mother of Gary McCall. A little concerned right now. Looked pretty calm to me, though.
Yeah, there's Gary McCall, Jr. from Cedar Rapids, Washington.
It's always great to see supportive parents in the stands.
Again, a stall, another point. That makes it 9-3.
Well, right here is a very important sequence right here. McCall needs to finish this to prevent the major decision, and he did.
Got it. A takedown by McCall. Reversal. And it's 11-5.
On that sequence of move, McCall was out, had taken him down. Right here is where Tommy Brands gets a takedown back, or a reversal.
Well, a single. I guess he called it a single. Called it a reversal because it is 11-5. Now he lets him go. It's important for a takedown for a major decision by Brands.
Well, it's important for a takedown for Gary McCall to keep from it.
25 seconds to go in the match. McCall has to keep working because the next penalty point is 2.
Right.
We're at 126. You know, I was going to say earlier that Tom Brands is ranked number 5, but that was the last series of rankings. He has to be higher than that. And McCall almost had a takedown, but Brands managed to shake him off.
Well, Don Neff, the official, started to call 2 and then waved it off, saying there was no control.
No major decision. Yes, no, not a major decision, because there was no riding time. A 7-point difference. Tom Brands, however, has defeated Gary McCall for the second time this year. The score was 12-5. 12-5, and it puts the Hawkeyes ahead of the Cyclones 9-0. 9-0, Iowa.
Well, here comes a sequence right here that we saw between Tom Brands and Gary McCall.
Here's Jim Gibbons talking with Don Neff. Maybe we can pick this up.
But according to the rule book, you can't come over and talk to me unless it's to change the score or something like that.
Well,
it's an automatic.
I'm not trying to change
I
the
know.
score.
I'm not going to announce it, but it's automatic warning to you.
I'm just
Okay?
trying to get clarification.
I don't want him to announce a warning on the bench, but you know it is one. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, now we do see the replay where all of this argument came about. Gary McCall comes out right here for 2, and then he says no.